Prediction Ascension Podcast, hate me, love me, there's no in between. So you already know, tensions is flaring up in the city for everything. Landlord tenant crisis, migrant crisis. This is a damn shame hearing about this story up in St. Albans. St. Albans, Queens, I think is still a predominantly black neighborhood, I believe so. It's crazy, man. Everybody's in high tensions and the emotions run even more wild during the goddamn holiday season. So, look here, man. If you can't get gifts, don't run around and be a fucking idiot and be an emotional man. Do what you need to do in life, but don't kill yourself for this pagan holiday, man. Or the goddamn what's it called, the cheese, the Thanksgivings and the indigenous. Man, listen, knock it off, B. Do what you need to do to survive. You can't get gifts. Telling you broke. I ain't got no money. Like Prince say, man. It is what it is, man. Check this news clip out.
Scramble after a man walked into the 113th Precinct Station House and confessed to killing 3 people, claiming he had issues with his tenants. Officers did find bodies inside a home on Milburn Street in St. Albans. News Corps' Melissa Colorado.
Fair news use. Fair use. Fair use.
And David, police right now investigating a triple murder that happened here inside this home right behind me in St. Albans, Queens. It's that home with the white picket fence. And get this, the man who walked up to a nearby police precinct and told officers that something had happened inside his home, something had gone wrong inside his home, is now the man who is in custody. Police walked into a house of horrors in St. Albans, Queens this morning. Law enforcement sources tell News 4 police found 3 bodies inside this house on Milburn Street, all stabbed to death. I'm shocked. I'm very shocked. The person who tipped cops off is the alleged killer.
Earlier this morning, a 54-year-old male walked into the 113th precinct, stating to uniformed police officers that he was having issues with his tenants. The officer inquired further, and the male stated that he did something bad.
The 54-year-old, who we are not identifying since he has not been charged yet, gave officers his address. Police discovered a man and a woman dead from stab wounds in the basement. In an upstairs bedroom, another woman stabbed to death.
Your neighbor, what can you do? Like, you don't know who's who. People snap.
Police have not told us how the victims all knew each other. Stunned neighbors say they can't picture the 54-year-old suspect pulling off such a vicious crime.
He always says hi, his number to me. Like, he wouldn't get this type of vibe off of him or anybody else.
And you heard no screams coming from them?
No, and I was up until 5 in the morning because I had the gym in my backyard, so I was working out. I didn't hear absolutely nothing.
We spotted Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz arriving to the crime scene this morning. While officers pieced together what happened inside the home, neighbors say no dispute between a landlord and tenants should ever end this way.
It's really upsetting because you don't want anything like this like that, especially if it's something like rent. Like, that's something, conversations, you go to court, like, you can do anything. Something like that is just, it hurts to see something like that, for real.
And I just checked in with police a couple of minutes ago that...
Yeah, bro, they disputing over rent now, and we understand why we disputing over rent. The city has went to the dwellings of the deep of Hades. Put it that way, man. It's that bad out here. So you go off the hinges, and trust me, it's not the first time. It ain't the second, the third. It's a trailway to this, but it's not it's not documented or whatever. And he probably didn't take nobody to court because he was doing a friend a favor. This is what I'm saying. Money will turn you into enemies, man. You have to do it. It's hard, man. It pours. It really is. But check this out, man. The migrants showed up to Bennett Field and said, we ain't staying here. The sense of entitlement of an immigrant. You can't make this up. This is Biden's America. You're welcome, America. This is what you get for voting for a scuzz bucket.
Extremely limited resources, migrants are faced with the harsh reality that making a life here will not be easy.
Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini has the latest in our series, Migrants in America.
After crossing the southern border illegally, Gabriel Diaz, his wife, and their son made their way to New York City. I knew people here that could help me, he says, referring to others who, like him, are claiming asylum in the United States. Similar to countless others, his motivation was in pursuit of a better life. Now the tough reality is setting in. It's hard because I don't have the papers of permission to work, he says. For now, Diaz lives in a Manhattan hotel, now one of the more than 200 emergency shelters the city is using to house migrants. But life in New York City, even with a roof over your head, is nearly impossible without any money. He's working under the table, he says.
For cash.
For cash, yes, he says. He gets paid cash to deliver food. He works long hours for little money. Under federal law, after filing an asylum claim, migrants must wait 6 months before attempting to work legally. This is very worrisome, says Diaz, as he tries to figure out how to provide for his family long term. It's hard, but it's harder in my country, he says. He left Venezuela, a nation which for years has been plunged in a political, economic, and humanitarian crisis. He says poverty and danger forced his family to run away. Asylum seekers in the United States fear persecution due to things like politics, religion, and race, for example. The city says resources are at capacity. To date, around 140,000 migrants and asylum seekers have come to New York City since last spring, looking for shelter while they wait for their immigration cases to be finalized. In a recent statement to Fox 5 News, a spokesperson for the mayor said, time and time again, Mayor Adams has warned that we are past our breaking point. We have run out of space to accommodate migrants without limits. Now the city is doing what...
Look here, man. They ain't trying to hear that, bro. They want to hear the American dream. The white picket fence with the house, the two-car garage. That's what they came in for. You're bullshitting them. And second of all, the whole situation with giving them tents and all that shit, y'all are insane, B. Everybody's at their tipping point, and you see it every day. The city employees at their tipping point. People in the goddamn trains are attacking the white shirts. These are savages. It's less safe for them here than where they was at. They came into a straight shit show. Call it what it is. It is what it is, man. I don't know what to tell you. They light swings on fire, trying to blame it on Palestinians because it's a Jewish neighborhood. Who knows what's going on? What's going to happen tomorrow or the next 24 fucking hours in this goddamn city? Just hold your head, be diligent, act like you're on a run, like Hassan Campbell says. Swivel everywhere, watch yourself, and the cops need to start shooting you bastards again, B. Once you get a hot top in you, you start acting right. It is what it is, man. Prediction Decision Podcast, hate me, love me, there's no in between. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Help me out with the algorithm. Prediction Decision _TM on Instagram. Prediction Decision _TM on X, formerly known as Twitter. You already know, man. Like, hit the like button, subscribe, man. I'm doing this for y'all, man, to put y'all out and show you my incentive of my knowledge and my comments of being in the city for 39 years. I'll be 40 in February. It ain't getting no better, man. Hold your money, hold tight, and keep it moving, man. Don't look back twice. You hear the commotion in the back? Keep it moving up the block. You already know.